Well, let's talk. I want to back up and talk about your career some more, and just talk, um, especially. I mean, you shared with me, and I just think it's a fascinating story of your time around how you originally got to LA, and originally, I know you had. I know you'd done a short stint in the military, and then I know you had, was it an uncle or someone? I can't remember someone had invited you out, but I remember you were telling me about some of the historic sessions you originally saw when you got there and all that. So anyway, start me back there, kind of the.
Sure, sure.
That
Well,
was,
I think I told you,
you
I
were a
started
teenager.
as a child performer. I was a singer and a live performer.
Right.
And I worked mostly in the Catskills,
Yeah.
an area of New York that really produced a tremendous number of performers that had gone through that circuit. And, like other circuits, whether, it's the Chitlin circuit for the people that came out of R&B and toured the South, they used to call it that, or the country music circuit. I'm sure there were plenty of honky tonks and,
Sure.
bars
Yeah.
across
Yeah.
the South and the West where people played. So, in New York, we had the Catskills, and it was a great place. And that's where I started. So I was about 11. I worked from 11 until 15, playing in a lot of those hotels. I had an act, I had arrangements, I had, I walked into a place, I rehearsed, I did my show, and I had an agent, and my mom would drive me around and come with me, and was sort of, there in case I ran into a problem. But I was pretty much in charge, I
Yeah.
knew my
Yeah.
music, I knew what I had to do. I had oftentimes, the band with me for an hour or two rehearsing before the show, and I had to kind of walk them through my charts,
Yeah. Yeah.
give everybody a sense of what was going to happen. So that's how I began. And in 1960, I got signed to a record deal as a kid. I was 12, I think. Just got signed to an independent production company, and they had a relationship with Capitol Records. They were not exclusively producing for Capitol, but they had some kind of a guarantee with them. They'd bring so many new artists,
Right.
and they had just had great success in their own right. These guys were the Tokens. They had some big hits. The Lion Sleeps Tonight,
Yeah. Yeah.
was a huge hit. And they also produced some great records. So they produced the Chiffons, which was He's So Fine. And that was a #1 record back in like 61 or something
Right.
like
Right.
that.
Sure.
So I was one of their artists, and they brought me to Capitol, and, they said, this is going to be your label, assuming that, we make some great records. And during the next, I would say, almost 2 years, I worked with them trying to find songs that were suitable. They were making the decisions, but they
Right.
were encouraging me to try to write some songs, because they asked me if I was interested in that. And I said, of course, and they kind of thought, if anybody can come up with something, this kid maybe can do it, because they thought I was a pretty advanced young kid for my,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
my age.
Yeah.
So